Oh, New York is home, but Paris is Paris.
Yeah.
It's an honor to be talking to both of you because I've watched probably, I mean, all your shows since Gilmore Girls came out, and I kind of grew up on them. And, as I mentioned before at the press conference, I grew up dancing ballet as well. And the ballet universe is so rich with characters and stories. But I wanted to know what surprised you the most as you were putting this show together, because I imagine that you came across a lot of things you didn't know before taking on this project.
Boy, I think it was a lot more fun than we thought it was going to be. I think we thought it was going to be, it was very daunting. It was two countries. It was a company of dancers in New York, a company of dancers in Paris. There was a lot of choreography. We had to go into a theater and shoot multiple ballet pieces in 1 week, often before we've shot the correlating scenes. And so there was a lot of high, ha ha. And yet you get into that studio with the dancers and all that just kind of falls away, and it just became fun. It was really, really fun. So I think it was much more fun than we anticipated. The nervous breakdowns happened later.
But did it change the way that you now see this world, though? Because it is different when you're actually looking what happens behind the scenes as well.
I think it made us, we've always respected dancers. We've always worked with them. We've always utilized them in our projects in any way we could. But I think just really hanging out with them on a day-to-day basis in this way, your respect level goes up even more, because it's in such an energized world of you start young, you train. There's no not training. You train, you jump on that career when you can, you pound, you work, and then suddenly it might be over. And so there's just kind of an energy and a drive anytime you walk into a room, even if they're just hanging out, because, time's a ticking. There's an internal clock there. And I think living like that and keeping their physiques the way that their physiques are fabulous. It's just unbelievable. They look amazing. It's just, my hat's off to them, and we just love them dearly.
Now, what was more fun to work at, in Paris or in New York?
Oh, New York is home, but Paris is Paris.
Yeah, Paris was new, kind of shiny new. So we had shot in Paris briefly for Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, but it's great to, sometimes we would walk to a location and we're walking along the Seine and we cross over a bridge and there's our equipment, and it's special.
Kind of magic.
We love New York.
Magic.
I mean, both cities photographed so well. They're two of our favorite cities to film in. But definitely the Paris was special because it was just a new experience for us.
Now, one of the things that I love about most of your shows is that there is always the presence of the lovable, kind of quirky characters. And I kind of wanted to know, how do you come across, are you looking around for inspiration when you come across these people in the street? How do you come up with them? Because every show there is some type of character that you can't help but fall in love, but they're kind of weird in a way.
I think as writers that care, I think we're always looking. We still come up with
filing stuff away.
We still come up with ideas for bits on Gilmore Girls, and that show's been off the air for 15 years. But sometimes it's that would have been good on that, and that character would have done that. So
we met Simon Callow at a dinner party. We had never met him before. 2 years before we started writing Étoile, and we said to him, "We are writing a part for you." And we were all drunk at the time, so he's like, "Oh, okay, great, I'll see you." And and then 2 years goes by, and then we wrote this part for him. So it's hanging out with a guy like that, you're like, "Oh, that I see what we can do with you, mister." So it's just
sometimes it comes from the actor. Like on Gilmore Girls, someone would audition for a part, and we would think, okay, they're not right for that part. But what they do, we can write a part for them in a different way. So sometimes the actor brings a quirk or personality that we just write right into.
Well, I cannot wait to see what you guys come up next. Thank you again for putting together this show. It's such a beautiful homage to ballet, and for us that know the world, it's really beautiful to see it so well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you again.